Hey guys, it's Dan back for Generation Productions, and just a general talk and chat. Let's see. Well, at least I managed to figure out how to make like a temporary lightsaber hilt type thing. What this is a kaleidoscope thingy which has like colours or coloury things in it that if you spin it, it would be like all this coloured stuff inside would actually light up. Or if you look towards the light, you'd see all these kind of pretty colours and stuff like that. But I thought, screw it. The actual thing, as you can see, kind of looks like the inside thing is all swirly and stuff, and to me it looks like a lightsaber hilt. So I had two of those, and so I actually just made some lightsaber handle hilt thingies to it. Although I still haven't figured out. I mean, I know I did some of those smaller ones for action figures to hold with using toothpicks, but somehow I don't think toothpicks are going to work for these. So I have no idea what I could actually do to put in there to actually make like a light thing. So if anyone's got any ideas of what kind of tube or thing I can actually place on top of the actual hilt to make it look like a laser sword, like from Star Wars, let me know. But as far as I know, that's sort of like a DIY thing there, where I've sort of just painted the thing silver by using a usual one of these paint pens, which is supposed to be like a permanent texture with silver, which actually is surprising how those actually do make it look good. You expect it. The only problem is with that, instead of using real paint and just using texture paint, is that it can actually rub off on your hands and get all sticky on your fingers after a while. As you can see there, some of it's starting to actually come off. But overall, it does look effective, it does look good, and even when it does start to actually wear off a little bit, it kind of gives it that worn look, like it's being used. So some of those scratches and scrapes and things on it actually help make it look good anyway, as far as I'm concerned. So that's one thing I just did, a little bit of a DIY there for making lightsaber props. And also I keep hearing that Star Wars The Last Jedi is kind of failing. Excuse me, people. So my thoughts, well, even though I have not seen the movie yet, my thoughts on The Rise of Skywalker. Well, I've got a feeling from a lot of people's reviews and chats about it, and some people who have actually seen it, it's not that good. Again, sorry Disney, you kind of screwed up with Star Wars, but my opinion, well, to be honest, at least you get to collect. At least the only thing really good about the Star Wars franchise now is collecting the swords. But I want to point out another little tidbit here is it seems like today's society has this thing where we shit all over stuff. Like Doctor Who, they did a thing with Peter Capaldi's Doctor for the anniversary where they went back to William Hartnell's Doctor. And there was a lot of things. I should actually pull those clips up, but I don't want BBC to copyright my video here, since I have some issues with people trying to copyright my videos and stuff. But more or less, the classic Doctor went and met Peter Capaldi's Doctor, and they had this thing where they were trying to sort of say that that the old Doctor, the first Doctor, which is supposed to be like the William Hartnell type Doctor, was a misogynist and was very much, that's the reason why I have female companions, because I get them to do the cleaning. Where's Polly? Where's Polly? She did the cleaning. It's sad that Polly's not around anymore because she'd be cleaning the things and going and making me a cup of tea. This kind of BS. Now, true. There was a talk about a cup of tea that was mentioned. For the Doctor said to go make a cup of tea. Now, why did the Doctor ask for one of the female companions to make a cup of tea? One, he had a female companion. He probably, if he had a male companion, he would have asked him to go make a cup of tea. 2, having a cup of tea is to help relieve stress. Tea has a soothing and calming effect because it releases, or helps to release endorphins or some sort of thing like that, which helps people to calm down. That's the reason why you see a lot of British people actually drink a lot of tea in times of stress, because it helps calm the nerves. So that's how that works. So to be honest, when the doctor goes and asks a woman to go, or a female companion, or to go make a cup of tea, it's because he's stressed. It has nothing to do with, like, go make me a cup of tea, because I need one. It's because he needs to relieve stress. And even then, the original Doctor, I have to go back and actually watch some of the original episodes, but I'm pretty sure there was no actual mention of the original Doctor, the William Hartnell Doctor, actually doing that. Of course, though, there was another actor who played the original William Hartnell Doctor, who did that in the 5 Day of the Doctor, the 5 Doctors. And again, with also this new Doctor that was made from, based on the William Hartnell Doctor again, but by a different actor again. That was the one who said about the Polly and the having a cup of tea. Getting one of the female companions to go make a cup of tea. Bill told her to go make a cup of tea for him. Stuff like that. Look, to be honest, I'm sick and tired of, well, there was that one. And then you had the thing with Terminator, the recent Terminator with Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator being treated like shit. He wasn't, apparently from what I've heard, his character, the Terminator T-31 or whatever it was, wasn't being truly represented and wasn't treated with a little bit of respect. He was treated like, oh, he's the old fart Terminator who is a piece of shit now. There was no respect. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm kind of a little bit pissed about the crossovers. Now, it's good that we have the crossovers. We have the old classic 1999 Turtles go and meet the more modern Turtles. I absolutely love that. However, in every iteration of those crossovers, they also have this one staple dig. To say how stupid, incredibly stupid that the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were. But the problem is that the original Teenage Mutant Turtles weren't that stupid. Okay, yes, maybe in the UK, where they were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and Mikey was forced to not use the nunchucks, maybe they were the goofy ones, and more played down. The Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles were. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the ones that everyone knows about, the other cut, which was not from the UK, but all the way over in America, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, all the ones that we know, the ones that we know about, a lot of them had, lots of serious moments as well. There wasn't all this whole laughing at their own jokes and, we're just going to walk out in the middle of the street without stuff. True, that did happen in some of the classic episodes, but a lot of times they also wore hats and trench coats. You even get to see that in the original 1990 TMNT movie, where Raphael dresses up in a trench coat and a hat. That happened in the original cartoon series. So they weren't always out and about, looking like idiots. So there's a lot of scenes in some of those crossovers where they have the Teenage Mutant Turtles just walk out on the streets and the other turtles pull them back and say, well, what the hell are you doing? What the shell are you doing? Because you shouldn't be walking out in the middle of the streets. And stuff like that. And made the original Turtles look like idiots. And I'm not happy with that. And then we had Doctor Who, Terminator, and then we have Lost in Space. I absolutely hate the new Lost in Space with a vengeance, because they killed off the original Dr. Smith and then they replaced him with a female version, which isn't really Dr. Smith, it's just a female knockoff. See, this is the difference, people. I don't mind, I've started to switch my mind a little bit. I have no problems with a character like example with the new Power Rangers movie, with the current Power Rangers movie they had out a few years back. You know, they actually had the same characters like Billy and Tommy and Jason and Kimberly and Trini and all those characters we know from the TV series, right? But then they swapped some guys over. Like they made, basically made Trini a Latina, and they made Zach be an Asian dude, and they made Billy the black guy. Now, that's what I'm saying. It's like they changed it up, and I have no problem with that, because that's an alternate universe. That they're allowed to do that within an alternate universe. But what Lost in Space did, they actually killed the original Dr. Smith. You get to see that in the first opening top. You see this cowardly-looking bloke, which is true to the original series. You know, Dr. Smith was cowardly, but then this new female Dr. Smith just, you know, stands there and watches as the original Dr. Smith gets killed, and she steals his ID tag. So I'm thinking, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And then we have the couple kids. Thank God they didn't touch Penny. I love Penny as a character, and I also love the new female person who plays the character Penny, and Will. Thank God they didn't touch Penny and Will. Even though that sounds kind of pedophilish, touching him. No, not in that sense. I mean, touching them by their character. I mean, they didn't screw with them. So thank God for that. And the same thing with Mrs. Robinson. Thank God they didn't screw her over too. But they screwed over the robot. The robot looks absolutely stupid. And by the way, the robot is supposed to be like Ex Machina drone kind of thing, which to me is kind of stupid, because the original robot was created on Earth. This one's created from an alien race. It's just bullshit. And so we've got that, and also we have Judy, I believe it is. Just give me a second. Yeah, Judy Robinson. And for the new version, as you can kind of see, she looks like another character we've seen in another series as well. She's basically Lost in Space's version of a knockoff of Michael Burnham from the new Star Trek series, which I'm going to get to that in a second too. But yeah, like I said, they sort of dissed the original with her. You know, they sort of try to make her like this sort of Michael Burnham character. She's sort of like God's gift to the Robinsons. Now, look, guys. Even if I'm willing to accept that, because that's the kids, Judy, Will, and Penny. If I'm willing to accept that somehow Penny, not Penny, somehow that Judy got adopted by the Robinsons, considering the other guys aren't black, so that doesn't make sense, or, whatever, I wouldn't mind her character if it wasn't for the fact they tried to make her this Mary Sue person like Michael Burnham, but it feels worse because she's like a rip-off or a knockoff of Michael Burnham, and that's one thing I hate. So then we also have Star Trek. They sort of knocked back Star Trek as well. Star Trek STD, known as Disco, and Star Trek Discovery. Now, to be honest, overall, I haven't got a diss with Star Trek Discovery, but they sort of dissed the original. Like making Spock dyslexic and making him somewhat of an idiot. Now, technically speaking, Spock was never actually an idiot. He was kind of a bit of a smart ass and a bit of a wisecracker, but he was never at all dyslexic, and he was never ever a a weirdo. They sort of play him off as a bit of a weirdo, and I'm not really happy with that. And they sort of shit all over the original Spock, and I did not like that. So yeah, that's the issue, people, is that with all the different franchises, and that leads up to Star Wars, which is what the new Star Wars is about. They shit all over the original. They tried to kill off Luke Skywalker. They tried to kill off the original laser sword that Luke had. They tried to kill off everything that made Star Wars to say that their new Star Wars is better. And even now, they're sort of saying that the new trilogy is better than the original trilogies. Which is bullshit. I'm sorry, people, that's just bullshit. So yeah, that's all, people. It's just a general chat and catch up and talk to you all, people, and thanks for watching, and catch you all later. Bye.